back in the room. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just a quick disclaimer, I am not a flexibility coach. I do not know the terminology, I don't know any of the fancy words. I'm just some dude who managed to get the box splits after copying Tom Merrick's middle split tutorial and just happened to get it very quickly. That being said, I have been teaching in a circus school for a very long time, so I have picked up the odd technique, which has also helped. It is worth noting that when I was younger, I did do competitive karate and I had the box splits then when I was about, I don't know, was I like 10, 11, I got box splits, kind of, not very well. And then I started training it again when I was like 20, but then I snapped my cruciate ligaments, so I wasn't gonna stretch them, was I? Because my knee was hanging off. So it has been around 10 years since I have properly gone for the box splits again. So I do have somewhere in my body a natural disposition to the box splits. Now, I have not got perfect box splits. I've still got this little inch that just will not go. So I'm training a lot of over splits at the moment, trying to take over, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But just before Christmas, I saw my good friend Tom Merrick's video on the box split, and I was like, I'm going after this. I managed to get the box split within a few weeks. Okay, this isn't going to work the same for everyone. It's very important you listen to your body, all that kind of good stuff, but I'm just going to show you now what I did.
So here we have the calf stretch. So as I gently push my heel down, my ankle is going into dorsiflexion, so basically just hinging at the ankle joint. And then what I am doing is I drive my heel down, I am pushing through extension in my knee, and this is what gives the really deep stretch in the calf. And I do this for 5 sets of 10 seconds on each leg. Please start this really gently. Don't just push straight to that end range. You want to make sure you build up gradually throughout the sets. Now, before I start any box split training, I go into the hip swivels. Now, I find these are just really good for bringing some mobilization into my hips before I take them into that range that's required for the box split. This is super important for me because I get a lot of troubles with my left piriformis. I don't even know what a piriformis is, mate. It sounds like a sci-fi film. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give my good friend Tom Merrick a call and I'm gonna ask him, mate, what's the piriformis?
Hello.
You're all right, mate. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Thanks for helping me out.
Pleasure.
So I'm making this video. It's absolutely ridiculous on how to do the middle splits, and I'm basically just telling everyone that I just copied your video, but I'm trying to make it out like I know what I'm on about. I just want to ask you, in simple terms, for someone who's an absolute dumbass like me, what is the piriformis?
So the piriformis is a relatively small, one of the most superficial muscles of the glutes, or the deep glutes, yeah? So one of the muscles on your bum, basically.
Okay.
It's involved in abduction when your leg moves out to the side, which is going to aid in middle split. But it's also one of the limiters when it comes to external rotation, which is your ability to, put your leg into, say, a pigeon position or the hips. So if you don't have adequate external rotation, you're going to find it hard to find that comfortable position, and it's going to feel like you've got that bone-on-bone jamming unless you externally rotate or you create an anterior pelvic tilt, both of which are going to be limited by a tight piriformis.
Mate, you are way clever. Right, thanks a lot, babes.
No worries.
See you later. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Oh baby, single leg hip swivels, same as before, but just a bit better for me at targeting the piriformis. Really essential for me to do before I go into my box split training. So here we have standard front kicks, just trying to keep my hips nice and neutral and straight, and gradually increasing the range throughout the reps. I'm going to do 30 on each leg. Next we have the side kicks, and I'm going to do one set of 30 on each side. And as you can see, it's not like a standard side karate kick. I have this external rotation through the femur, and I've also got my feet facing up. This is just to kind of maximize range, kind of kicking up at a 45-degree angle as opposed to sideways, because that wouldn't feel so nice on the hips. And now we move on to pancakes. So I have a morning pancake routine that I do most mornings, and these are just a few clips from what's included. If you're interested in seeing my pancake morning routine, then please leave a comment down below, and if it gets enough requests, I'll definitely make a tutorial or a follow along. So yeah, this pancake routine takes about 15 to 20 minutes, I'd say. I do it most mornings, like I said, but I also do it before I train my middle splits. And now we have the Froggy. This is really well known. If you do any kind of mobility or flexibility work, I go into this for 2 minutes, and I'm contracting and releasing for about 5 seconds on and 5 seconds off, and I'm just doing that for about 2 minutes. This next drill's got quite a rude name, so we're going to call it dog needing privacy. A privacy, mate. Yeah, we'll call it that. So yeah, just picking up from the hip with a bent knee, doing 10 knee raises, 3 sets, with a little contraction at the top. I now do the same thing with straight leg, but 10 leg raises, and then on the 10th one I do a nice 5-second isometric hold, trying to turn out from the hip. And now I start to begin the box splits. I basically just contract and release, doing some PNF stretching. So I find 3 to 5 stages. I squeeze really hard for 5 seconds, and then I relax to go into a deeper range. Here I've got what Matthew Smith would call a kind of triangle box split, a triangle middle split. It's kind of like a hyper pancake. It's kind of just where I am at the start of the range as I'm moving into the box splits, and over time I try and lean forward to try and get it a bit straighter over the course of time that I am in this position. Now here, as I go into over splits, I'm really focusing on that anterior pelvic tilt, the external rotation from the femur, trying to get my toes facing up to the ceiling, just to create a bit more space in the hip joint. And I try and stay here as long as feels comfortable, really.
And there we go. That is how I basically obtained the box splits very, very quickly. Now, some very important information for you. I thought you just got to stretch every day. I thought, you want to get flexible? I'm just going to drop into the splits all the time, every day. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because you're tearing your muscles and they need to chill out. They need a little break. They need to relax and be like, oh, thank you for letting me rest. I can recover now and I can get more flexible, okay? I found that my flexibility increased dramatically if I stretched 1, maybe 2 times a week, just as Tom Merrick recommended. He says when the box split starts to become easier, then you can start to increase the amount of days and volume that you stretch this particular stretch. So be sure to take breaks. Be sure not to train it too much, and be sure to train sensibly. Remember, I am not a stretch teacher. I am not a flexibility coach, right? I don't know nothing about this stuff, but I do recommend you hit up Tom Merrick if you want some personalized online coaching for flexibility, because he's the boss. So go and check him out. Once again, a massive shout out to the Wild Box. This place is beautiful. You've been so helpful letting me use this space. Go and check them out on Instagram, check out their website, all that good stuff. The link's in the bio. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that kind of stuff. Hit me up on Instagram, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Peace.